Hey, my name is Jared Moon, and I'm part of a group of underground athletes you've probably never even heard of before. We don't rely on fancy equipment for training, and most of us don't even have gym memberships. In fact, our motivation comes from within. You see, we have jobs, families, and responsibilities, but we still have big goals, and they aren't getting achieved at a global gym. For that reason, we have to do things differently. Our training has to be smarter. We don't have every piece of equipment known to man or a ton of time to train, and we don't need it, because we are achieving amazing things without it. So how do we do it? If you ask your average personal trainer or gym goer, they'd call us crazy. Yet we're seeing results better than most every single day. And it's happening by blending mental training with physical training and becoming an athlete. What we call, and welcome to, Garage Gym Athlete.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Garage Gym Athlete Podcast. Jared Moon here with me, Joe Courtney. What's up, Joe?
Hey, how's it going?
Going well. And then we also have Coree Rountree. How's it going, Coree?
I'm good. How are you?
I am great. But we were just saying, I should have recorded it. We've been trying to get Coree on since season 1. She's a rock star athlete of ours, and we're like, in my own words, super pumped to have her here today. So we finally got her on the podcast. So I'll be asking you a ton of questions, but let's just get an intro from you, if you don't mind, who you are, what you do, and how you train.
Well, I am Coree, single mom of 2 teenage boys. I'm a personal trainer coach. I do Spartan races a lot, so I train teams to do Spartan races, and nutrition coaching. And how I train in the gym.
Awesome.
I do your programming in the gym.
Yeah, that's and we were talking about that beforehand. Is so she's not in the garage, but I don't think it really matters. I think it's being a garage gym athlete is a mindset, about getting things done no matter what, embracing minimalist style training, mental toughness, all that stuff. So tell me a little bit about your gym, where you're working out, what kind of gym is it? There's a lot of gyms that you could go to. What kind of gym are you training in?
It's a local gym, so kind of global gym, but family owned and operated. It's got everything I need in it: kettlebells, barbells. We look really funny when we run through the parking lot with barbells on our backs. Tires,
I mean, the fact they let you take them outside is pretty nice.
Yeah, we can go. There's a whole parking lot in the back that we can run around in. So
yeah,
people think we're crazy and we have fun.
I've heard that from more than one of our athletes who doesn't train in the actual garage, that the gym's always a little iffy about them taking the barbells out of the facility. But that's awesome that they let you do that.
We're actually employees, or we were all employees of the gym, so we kind of have an in.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah.
And, well, this is the question to see if it's truly outfitted to the best it could be. Does it have a reverse hyper?
It does not. But we do use the benches to do them like Joe just showed on the video the other day.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, just wondering. Yeah, those are, to be honest, not even like CrossFit boxes. A ton of them have reverse hypers. They're just kind of expensive, and not a lot of people get a ton of use out of them. But we do in our programming.
First time I saw one was in your garage, Jared. So that's.
Yeah, I think you're like, what is that?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so tell us a little bit about your journey, because you're not training in the garage necessarily, but you've been training around Into 3 Fitness for a long time. So kind of tell that story. What led you to our style of training and kept you around?
Well, my fitness journey actually began, I think I was about 32, and I'm 39 now, so it's been about 7 years. I went to school for personal training, kind of a career change for me, and in that I found Spartan Race, which I did my first Spartan race, and it totally changed my life. Ended up doing the CrossFit thing like everybody does. And then my CrossFit coach was leaving the gym. He's in the military, and he was going for a 6-month tour. And we kind of freaked out and didn't know what to do. So I started researching it, and I found you guys, you, Jared. And I found the Accelerate program online. And so we jumped into that, and we were I train with another garage gym athlete, Jen Aldrich, and we jumped right into the GGA when you got the app, and have been on ever since.
That's awesome.
Oh, geez.
Oh, geez. We
So-
were original app users, yeah.
Oh yeah, like back in the day. The app's
Yeah.
even changed a lot since then. The new features and stuff. Well, tell me a little bit more about this life-changing experience that was the Spartan race. So why was that such a big moment for you?
Well, I'd never done anything like that. I was not super athletic growing up. Kind of that, I always say to my clients, I was the skinny fat. So I was never like a chunky person or anything like that, but I was never super athletic. And so when we got into running first, so we were doing trail runs and 10Ks and all that stuff. And Jen and I decided, one of our other friends did the Spartan race, so we decided to do that. And when we did it, it was just one of those, wow, I didn't think I could do something like that. So I don't know, it just flipped a switch for me, and been kind of crazy about it ever since.
That's awesome. And you just posted some pictures yesterday. You just finished up a Spartan race. So what was the distance in that one? What were you doing?
That was a Spartan Super. So that's the middle distance, 8 to 10 miles. They tell you it's 8.5 miles, but it was more like 9.2 or something like that.
Yeah. And I wish you could come out for the Asheville Spartan race we're all doing in August. It's coming up fast. We're doing a Super, so it's going to be fun.
I actually am trying to make that happen with my son. So.
Oh, well, let me know.
Yeah.
We will be here giving out gear and running with everybody. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to Scotland a month later, so it's kind of like, okay, financially, can I make that work?
Yeah, that's well, I mean, if you you maybe just stay in North Carolina. It might be closer to Scotland than Cali, right?
Yes. Right.
Awesome. So, give me some Spartan tip races, because there are a lot of garage gym athletes. As long as none of them back out, we have had this happen before where we set up events and a lot of people sign up or are interested, and then they get scared when it comes race day. But either way, give us all some tips on tackling Spartan races, since you've done more than a few.
Well, first off, you are so right. Like I said, I train teams, and I can't tell you how many teams I've had where we all show up in the parking lot and we're like, where's so-and-so? Because they skip out at the last minute. But mainly it's about everybody's afraid to do it. It's not, I mean, I've done over 50, I think, now. So
Wow.
I don't get as nervous, but I still remember getting nervous all the time. And when I do a new type of race, I get nervous. I just did Epic earlier this year, and that was kind of nerve-wracking. But
What's that?
Epic race, I think I told you about that, Joe. It's no running.
I remember now.
You would love it. It's no running.
I've started to get good at running, though. Jared's made me do it too much.
Yeah, forcing it on him.
But just have confidence that you'll get through it. The Spartan community is awesome, and they're super helpful. There's not an obstacle that you come to where somebody's like, do you need help over that wall? Or, watch me do this. I can show you, so it's just a matter of getting out there and doing it.
Yeah, I think that's great advice. I mean, that's how I approach a lot of those kind of fitness events, is just, well, what are the chances of me dying? And if it's not real high, and is anyone going to physically harm me? In some of the more military style, they're typically more professional, but, I'm talking about more professional. They don't hit you or anything. But as long as no one's going to punch me in the face and the chances of me dying are pretty low, I'm all for it. So I'm pretty good with Spartan races. I think I want to start doing a lot more.
Yeah, you got to do it.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely doing the one in August, and then I don't know if Is this super? I want to know how do you tackle the short distance one? What's it called? The sprint. Yeah, sprint. So how do you tackle a sprint? Because I've done the beast, which was one thing. I'm gonna do the super, but a sprint, like, are you actually just trying to go as fast as you can possibly go the whole time?
Yeah, I remember because I did my best in a AT&T Stadium sprint that I've done in any race, and I remember it was my second lap. I'd gone with my team and then decided a couple hours later that I just wanted to see what I could do. So I just booked it the whole way. And I just kept thinking, okay, I ran it slow with these people in an hour. So, you know, getting my team through, I could easily get this done in a half an hour. And that's like doing a workout in the gym, you know? So I just went for it. And every time I kind of felt that pain creeping in, I'm like, just keep going. You're almost there. You know, it's short. You can do this. So
That's
just
awesome.
go as you can because it's short.
And now I'd like to transition, like how has the training prepared you for the Spartan race? Do you think it's adequate, or is there anything additional that you might need to do as someone who's doing a lot of Spartan races? Anything else you should probably add in preparation for these races?
I actually, since I've been doing the Harder to Kill track, I haven't added much. The only time I start to add a little bit is I add some mileage when I know I'm going to be doing a beast, or for example, Scotland, I'm doing a trifecta in one weekend.
Nice.
So that's like 30 plus miles that I'm looking at. So I started putting some more miles into my training now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The kill really prepares you for whatever comes at you at a Spartan.
That's awesome. And have you ventured out to any other types of races? Like, I mean, there's Tough Mudder and other events. Like, do you do any of the other kinds?
Yeah, I've done, I told you I've done Epic Race recently, which was really fun. In fact, I will do more of those. I've done other mud runs, Savage, Battle Frog was really fun. They're out of business now. Tough Mudder, I've done a Tough Mudder. I was not a fan. I'm not into the shock therapy type. I like to see what I can do, not see how much I don't know, mental. I have other ways of testing my mental preparedness. So.
Right.
Pain just to inflict pain versus actual like pushing yourself.
Shock. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about the shock value in Tough Mudder, which I've heard they've changed. So a friend of mine wants to try one again. So we'll see. But yeah, mostly obstacle course racing and trail running is what I'm into.
Very
But I do
cool.
trail races too.
Awesome. So picked up fitness, 32, and had a career transition. What were you doing before that?
I was an accountant.
Awesome. So tell me about that. So you've gone, you said you didn't really work out that much. You know, you're just kind of maybe thinner, but you weren't really into fitness and CPA, you know, and then you switched to being super into fitness, being a trainer, hitting up Spartan races. So what happened there? I think it's awesome, but I want to know what happened.
Big transition.
Well, I have a vision disease, and I was actually required to leave my job because of my vision disease. So it kind of put me in this transition where I was sitting at home with my kids and kind of bored because they were in school all day and not really knowing what to do. So I started just kind of running with my friends. And actually a weird fact that I like to share with my clients is I was super unhealthy when I was an accountant. I worked 80 hours a week, 60 to 80 hours a week. Kids were in sports, a single mom running around doing all the things. And I smoked 2 packs a day.
Wow.
So when I was 29, I quit, and then I put on probably 40 pounds, the heaviest I'd ever been. And so when I stopped working, I had more time, and I kind of just decided I wanted to make it a healthier change for myself and my family. And
Well, that's awesome.
yeah.
Congratulations on that. I think that's a really cool story.
Yeah, we don't all, my clients always, you know, they look at you and they think, oh, you've always been that way. And so I have to like pull out old pictures and be like, no, I've not always been that way.
Yeah, people don't realize that we make mistakes along the way too, right?
Yeah. And it's never too late. I'm almost 40 and I feel better now than I have ever have in my life. So
That's awesome.
Nice.
All right, so what's the hardest workout you've ever done?
I would actually say it would have to be a Spartan race. I've had twice where I've had something kind of bad happen during the race and really have to mentally push myself through to finish. I've never not finished, which I hate saying that because I always look for wood. Where can I knock on wood? But one race I tore my Achilles. It was just a tiny tear. But I did it probably around mile 3 or 4, and I wouldn't stop. I just went anyway. So my friends were walking me backwards and like all different types of things. So we finished that race, and then another time I got really bad cramps. And no matter what I did or how hard I tried, they wouldn't stop. And I remember a guy at an aid station like, "We need to pull you," and I wouldn't let him. I just kept walking, and so couple mental toughness for sure. Like you force your body to do it.
Yeah, and no joke with the. I in the military once I had the cramp thing happen, so we were on a really long run and I got a cramp, like a serious cramp in my abdomen, like on mile 1, but it never went away and the pain just got worse and worse, and then by the time we finished, I think I was like jacked up for like 2 weeks after that, like because my muscles had contracted so much and like ripped apart. It was really bad. Like cramps can get really serious if no one's ever experienced like a real cramp before. They're bad.
They're not fun at all.
All right, in your opinion, what's the best activity for building mental toughness?
Doing new things. So pushing. I just came back from a perfect example of what I do to test myself. I just went 2 weeks cross country by myself, driving 3,200 miles and camping in a tent every single night in a different location, all by my lonesome, just go.
Wow.
You know, just doing things that you are scared to do and do them anyways.
That's awesome. Did you write or blog or anything for that? Yeah,
I wrote.
that's pretty cool.
I decided to take a full break from social media and everything, so I wrote a written journal, and I'll pull some stuff out of that and maybe do it.
That's cool.
That's really cool. All right, so that's a mental toughness builder right there.
Yeah.
Sleeping on the ground in general help most people build some mental toughness. I think that's awesome. All right.
That was the least of my worries. I had car trouble after 1,000 miles the whole way. And I'm not a mechanic, so.
Oh, that's tough. Yeah. All right, so if you could only have one piece of equipment to train with for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I always think about this when I hear this one, and I always try and think, what could I not live without? And I don't know. I think a pull-up bar, because I always struggle. I train my Spartan groups outside, and I'm always struggling with pulling exercises.
Yeah.
And so I feel like if you had a pull-up bar that you could just hook into a door or whatever, you're set for that. Everything else you can do, you know, with body weight or whatever, but pull-up bar kind of gives you that added. And trees suck.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know you've done that, but it's not fun.
No. And pull-ups go fast. Like if you're not doing them pretty frequently, like they will disappear from something that you're good at. That happens to me too. If I realize we're not programming enough pull-ups or something, and I'm not doing enough pull-ups, like I'll get a significant whack in how many pull-ups I can do. They come back, but they just can also go away pretty fast.
For sure.
All right. Well, yeah. Are you going to ask the wish list question or?
Well, I guess if you could add something to your family-owned gym, what would it be if they were listening and you could submit something in the suggestion box?
Okay, so I was one of the barbell giveaway people that I missed the timeline.
Oh yeah.
And I would love to have a barbell. I don't have a garage gym, but I always wish I had a barbell at home. So I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, we'll do some more. I'll wait you like extra 25 entries just for missing the deadline on that giveaway.
You know what's funny is I have not missed one of your podcasts since that happened.
Awesome.
Lesson learned.
Yeah, I gotta do.
Monday morning, I'm on it.
I gotta do some more giveaways. Yeah.
And your training partner won the rower, right?
She sure did. Yeah.
Yeah.
we were together in San Diego when that happened doing Epic Race. And
Wow.
she was like, I don't want to tell Coree. She's going to be so upset.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Really cool. All right, Corey. Well, there's a lot of garage gym athletes out there listening to this, whether they are a garage gym athlete in their mind and hearts like you, or actually in their garages. So what's the best advice you can give to everyone out there?
Just do it. You can make excuses every day. I don't want to do that. I'm tired. I'm sore. I got things to do, but just get in there and do it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well,
It
Corey,
happen. Put it on your calendar.
well, Corey, it's been a blast having you on the podcast. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time, and can't wait to get this out there.
Thanks.
See ya.